Hello. How is it going? This is Thorn from the Game Design Lexicon. We're going to play some mount&blade Warband, oldie but goodie. No, I don't have the new one, and I probably couldn't stream the new one anyway. Probably way too resource intensive for my machine. However, mount&blade Warband instead of Bannerlord. Still an awesome game. A little bit exploitable, but it's been so long since I've played it, I probably suck at it. So let's start ourselves a new game. How does that sound? Anyway, welcome to my stream. As I said, my name's Thorn. This is the Game Design Lexicon, and if you do like what you see, make sure you give us a follow down at the bottom. And if you want to watch any of our older videos, you can take a look at them over on YouTube, where you can give us a subscribe over there. So let's go. Let's play some mount&blade Warband. Welcome, adventurer, to mount&blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact, may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. Sounds good. So let's do a female then, since it's already encouraging us to do so. You were born years ago in a land far, far away. Who am I, Luke fucking Skywalker? Your father was... Let's do a steppe nomad. We got an impoverished noble, a traveling merchant, a veteran warrior, a hunter, a steppe nomad, a thief, and go back. Let's do steppe nomad. You were a child of the steppe, born to a tribe of wandering nomads who lived in great camps throughout the arid grasslands. Like the other tribesmen, your family revered horses above almost everything else, and they taught you how to ride almost before you learned how to walk. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page in a nobleman's court? Nah. A craftsman's apprentice? Nah. Shop assistant? Street urchin? Let's go with stepchild again. And that's not a stepchild as in a red-headed stepchild. I think that's a stepchild as in a child of the steppes. As a girl growing out of childhood, you rode the great steppes on a horse of your own, learning the ways of the grass and the desert. Although you sometimes went hungry, you became a skillful hunter and a pathfinder in this trackless country. Your body too startled to harden with muscle as you grew into the life of a nomad woman. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became... Let's see... A lady-in-waiting? Probably not. A troubadour? Probably not. A university student? Maybe. Goods peddler? No. A smith? Or a game poacher? Let's continue the life as a nomad here. Because, let's see, lady-in-waiting doesn't sound like it, nor does a troubadour, nor does a university student. A goods peddler, maybe. A smith, maybe even more so. But none of it is good as a game poacher. If I'm a game poacher, I'm a horseback hunter. So let's do that. Though the distinction felt sudden on you, somewhere along the way you had become a woman, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Dissatisfied with common men's desperate scrabble for coin, you took to your local lord's forests and decided to help yourself to its bounty. Laws be damned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table. You cut down trees right under the watchmen's noses, and turned them into firewood that warmed many freezing homes during winter. All for a few silvers, of course. But soon, everything changed and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was... personal revenge, loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, or lust for money and power? How about just plain old wanderlust? I mean, I'm a step person. I gotta go walkabout, you know? That's just my thing, right? Let's do that. Wanderlust. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison, when the familiar became mundane, but your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place or merely for the open road and freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Yes, it's basically asking me if I want to save scum. What will be the game's saving policy? Realistic, no quitting without saving, which makes it to where I can actually lose my game. So let's go ahead and allow me to quit without saving. Now enter your name and distribute your attribute, skill, and weapon points. You can click on various elements on the same screen to learn how each one will affect your character. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Name is Shelza, of course. So, attributes. Now we're going to need some strength. Well more strength than that. Especially at the beginning of the game. So let's do that. Also, we'll get more skill points if we have more intelligence, so let's throw a point or two there. Charisma's not really great. Wonder why it began so low. That'll allow us to get more troops, which I'm not going to really worry about at this moment. So let's do that. 11 strength, 11 agility, 7 intelligence, which gives us 7 skill points. And a charisma of 5. Our archery is unbelievably high, which is kind of what I went for when it came to my beginning choices. I wanted that archery because I am going to become an archery god. And then I'm going to switch between two-handed and polearm. So we'll need to put some points into that, but we're going to worry about that next. Let's see. Iron Flesh. Each point of this skill increases hit points by +2. That's very useful. Let's see, but our riding is already maxed out. Another advantage of being a step warrior. Horse archery. We'll definitely need that too. Tactics. So another thing is you want to look at each skill. See how it says Iron Flesh. Each point to this skill increases hit points by +2. It's a personal skill, which means it only affects me. Power Strike. Personal skill. Power Throw. Actually, let's do Power Strike 1. Let's also do Iron Flesh 1. I'm not going to worry about Power Throw, even though it already gave us a point. Power Draw, that's our bow. Let's put an extra point into there. Weapon Master. That'll allow us to get our skill higher. Like our archery, I think, is completely maxed right now until we get an extra point in that. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think I'm going to use that just yet, even though we'll eventually need it. Athletics is a running speed. Again, not too worried about it. Let's see. For some reason, my eye's watering and it's annoying the hell out of me. Okay, so horse archery reduces damage and accuracy penalties for archery and throwing from horseback, which we'll need, but we already got a point there. Looting gives us extra stuff when we're looting. That's a party skill, though, so anybody in my party will also add to that. Trainer, that gives my troops extra XP just for being with me. I'll get that. Let's see, every 2 levels of this skill increases starting battle advantage. I'm not going to worry about tactics. Pathfinding is going to be awesome. Spotting. Let's get a point in that inventory management. Not going to worry about leadership, persuasion, engineer, first aid. These are all party skills, which means I can have other party members to augment it. However, inventory management is a leadership skill, which means only the leader is affecting it. So, pathfinding, tactics, not going to worry about. Tracks become more informative, maybe. We're probably going to need... we're going to need better abilities, so let's go ahead and put that point in Weapon Master. Okay, and we're going to divide this... Actually, no, we're going to dump most of it into two-handed weapons, because that is going to be our starting fort. Okay. I think we are where we want to be. Maybe. What does that look like? Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's give it a roll. Adjust your character's face using the buttons in the slider to rotate the head, click and drag. What I normally do with this is I randomize it until I get something I like. Now, I'm a step kid, so I don't want to look Irish for sure. Let's see. Maybe that's a little bit more North African. Let's make it something... Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Kind of like that one. Let's go with that. Make sure our age is down. That hair color is definitely going to stay dark. Let's go with that. You hear about Calradia. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, and a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats, and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds greater dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you... I really do want to start near the Kurjit Khanate, because they have really nice troops. Unfortunately, their bad guys are pretty nasty, so let's start in... Yeah, let's start in Praven, and we'll just make our way there. You came by a caravan through the heartland of Calradia. Calradia? Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of the rolling hills. On the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swadian nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness. You keep a wide berth of the forests where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is some relief when you crest a ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. Ooh, a lot of text. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Oh yeah, I gotta fight like instantly, huh? Where is he? Come on. I don't even remember how to control all this shit. Okay, forward, backwards, action, let's see, jump, attack, that's, yeah, I know that. Kick is E, weapon mode X, don't know what that does. G, drop weapon, don't hit that. Tab, leave location, zoom, shift, view outfit, I'll go first person, view orders, select order. Let's see, nearby soldiers, nope, none of that. Let's see, zoom in, zoom out. Huh, no way to change the weapon? Huh. Ah, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I got your ass. Any more of you? Because I am going to kill you. Oh, you? Oh, shit, you're the merchant. I almost shot your ass, Bubba. Merchant of Praven, are you all right? Well, I guess you're alive. At any rate, I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although, heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you into his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then, finally convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Ooh. Hey, merchant. Oh, let's kick. How do you talk to somebody? Jump, fin, kick, weapon mode. Select, context menu. So is it just the same button I'd use to attack? No. Defend. Ah, there we go. F. Merchant of Praven. Now let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The Watch Commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too. But you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things had become. He had no such excuse. But he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either. And I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with the blade, and my axe. And more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. Sure, why not? Oh, nice. Collect 5 men. So this is kind of like a tutorial, but not. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try to take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here, looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay, so take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. That's me. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Praven. After you've got your group together, then we'll speak about what we do next. Okay. You've taken your first quest. You may view your quest log by pressing Q anytime in the in-game. Collect 5 men. Given on. Wants me to collect 5 men. So game log, recent messages, notes, that's just where I was, game concepts. Ooh, a lot of text there. Not going to worry about that at the moment. All the people in the game. It gives me a list of everybody who's in the game, who's important. All the locations that I can travel to, which is kind of cool. Factions, none of which I'm aligned with, nor will I be. Okay, let's take a look at those controls one more time. So backspace to view orders. I'm going to need that. T, send message to everyone. Let's see. Select orders. Function keys. So functions and numbers. I remember that. Quick save. F12. That's pretty important too. Game saved successfully. Okay. So from what I remember, if you don't move, the game doesn't move. And this outer map is more like a board game board. So first thing I want to do is gather some soldiers, and we can do that by going to some of these smaller towns. So let's go to Asgad here. You are now viewing the overland map. Left click on the map to move your party to that location. Enter the selected town or pursue the selected party. Time will pause on the overland map if your party is not moving or resting. Wait anywhere, simply press and hold down the space bar. So how do we stop? The village of Asgad seems to be flourishing. The fields and orchards are humming with activity, with filled sacks of grain and drying meat testifying to the productivity of the village's cropland and pastureland. You remember that this village and the surrounding lands belong to Count Montuar of Kingdom of Swadia. The populace is indifferent to me. How about some volunteers? Okay, so we got 40 dudes, or 4 dudes. Cost us 40 stuff. What kind of supplies do they got? Trade screen. Hold down the control key while clicking on an item to quickly purchase or sell it. Will you guys buy my furs? Oh, that's a lot of money, actually. Oh, they have no money. How much is the dried meat? 89? I don't really have that much money. I need to go back and sell some stuff, don't I? Yeah, let's go back to that one town. So leave here. Let's go back to Praven. Ooh, big army there. Okay, let's visit the marketplace. Trade with the goods merchant, right? Let's sell the furs. And battered cavalry shield. I'm not really sure if I'll be using that much. Let's buy some smoked fish. And that'll help my troops. Actually, let's throw both of those in. And let's get some grapes. Gives us some morale. Some bread. Some cabbage. And some grain. That'll give me plenty of morale, and I'll get some money for the stuff that I sold. Right? Nice. So, let's see if we can buy any better arms here. So we got a chipped axe. Swing of 31. Now we do want to stick with two-handed stuff, which that one is. But we do also want a lance, too. Eventually. Hunting bow, which is nice. Let's see. If I remember properly, at the bottom here is where it starts at the low price stuff and then moves its way up. So, let's see. A scythe. That's a polearm. No, that's good. Bent arrows are kind of, I got barbed arrows, so those are pretty good. Crossbow bolts. Chipped bulge. That's another two-handed. Requires strength 8, which I have. Bonus against shields. It's kind of similar to the one that I have, isn't it? It's just slightly better than the one that I have. Speed rating 87, 119. So it's even slightly faster and has a slightly better reach. How much is it? 185? Yeah, I can't use that bent longbow. Let's see. Longbow. Nordic sword. Now we're getting into the price range where I can't afford it as well. Let's see. One-handed war axe. Great hammer. See, I can't even use that. Requires strength of 14. Jesus. Ooh, that heavy crossbow. Poleaxe. I can't wait until I can get a nice lance. Let's maybe get that chipped Volge and replace our chipped axe. So we'll sell that. And then we'll buy these. Right? Also, just in case, here, let me put that up here, here, here. And let's buy any decent, ooh, bent double-sided lance. That is awesome. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be able to afford that. But oh boy, that's nice. But no, I'll just keep what I have. I did want some more arrows, though. So I guess we'll get these crappy ones, bent arrows. That'll give us 60 shots, which is a lot. But you'll find yourself going through them pretty quick in combat, so. Okay, head back. Still got a decent amount of money, which means, because we still need to recruit one more guy. So let's head to another town. This Leonda is the closest, even though I have to go through the forest to get there, which kind of sucks. Okay. Recruit. One. Well, I guess I'll take that one guy. So now we got the 5 that we need. However, I want a little more. Let's hit this other town here real quick. How do we stop? I can't remember. Let's see. Save. Also, options. Control. Let's see. Action, jump, attack, kick. Map controls. Here we go. Move right, zoom in, zoom out, wait. Select. So there's no way to just instantly stop. I mean, I just have to click somewhere, I'm guessing. So let's return to game. And we're going to Vidar. Nope. Nobody willing here. Anywhere else close enough? Yeah, I guess let's go to Balani. That's a ways away, but what the heck. Maybe we'll run into some thieves along the way. Oh, there's some tracks there. Oh yeah, looters. 14 of them, Jesus. Yeah, that's not good. So, attacking people will give my guys more experience, and it'll make me level up, or make them level up, which is awesome. I believe that also happens at the beginning of the day, too. I wish I knew there was a key to stop your guys dead in their tracks. Oh yeah, space. Okay, never mind. I should have done that. Don't know why I didn't. I'm just dumb. 2 Swadian recruits. We will take them. And that will give us 7 Swadian recruits. Can't upgrade them, so. Now let's go ahead and head back to Praven. And let's talk to Mr. Merchant. See if we can find where we're supposed to find his brother. Is there a way to speed that up? Oh, who are you? 4 looters. What do you want? Surrender or die. As you wish, prepare to die. Okay, hold this position. Actually, follow me. Okay. Let's see, where are they? Right over this hill, right? No, this way. Still getting kind of used to it. Okay. Hold this position. Got some high ground there. And I'm going to circle around. Where the fuck are they? Oh, shit. Charge. Oh, hey, time for a break. I don't even know where the hell they went. Looks like they're already finding my guys, too. So we'll go ahead and give it a pause, and we'll be back shortly. Just remember, this is the Game Design Lexicon. My name is Thorn, and we're going to leave you with some, what do we have playing? We got some, oh yeah, Icelandic R&B. Here we go.